6:17 now. Let's talk about our water. You ever open the faucet and think, hey, where does that water come from?
Our Anthony Yanez is currently in South Lake Tahoe in California, where he'll explain how Texas and California get their water. Anthony, good morning.
Yes, and of course, Owen will tell you this was a question that was asked more than anything else when we were watching this stretch of severe weather, flooding rain, all the snow. And Owen, that question is?
What's going on with Lake Mead? What's the level on Lake Mead?
Lake Mead. And you're going to be surprised by this answer. So I'm going to go ahead and widen out and bring in the graphic here and show you what is going on. First of all, let's talk about us, where we get our water. It starts with a series of rivers that move into southeast Texas. These water drops, if you were to track these, they really have their origin, if they were undisturbed, in Oklahoma and North Texas. And then they move down the river, and then they move into southeast Texas. So this is what gives us water for ranching, for farming, for agriculture, and also drinking water. The big one is the Trinity River. That feeds Lake Livingston, Lake Houston, and also Lake Conroe's, a big area for us. Now, let's head over to California and show you how very different they are. 20% of their drinking water in the state of California comes from this snow that you see behind me, the Sierra snowpack. Right now, they're 200 to 300% above average. Right, specifically where I am, 245%, which basically means they've received so far this winter 2.5 times the amount they normally get, which is good because 20% of their drinking water comes from the Sierra snowpack. Here's the answer for Lake Mead. They don't get a drop from what happens in the Sierra. They get their snowpack from North Nevada, Utah, and you have to wait for that snow to melt, which happens in April, hopefully, and then it moves into Lake Mead. Right now, it is at 28% of capacity, which doesn't seem very high. However, the one thing they're watching is it needs to stay cold this month, next month, and then also in March. And if it does, all of this snow, which has been a pretty good snow year, all of that water will be able to fill up Lake Mead to some point. We don't know how much just yet, but at some point we will see how high that goes. We just need more snow. Lake Mead will see some improvement this year. The question is how much, and I have a feeling it's not going to be completely full, but it will be some good news for Lake Mead. But again, does not come from this Sierra snowpack.
But is it safe to say they've had an above average snowfall as well? It's not just Northern California, but into Nevada, Utah. Right. They all had above average snowfall this year?
Everybody has. It's all good. It's not as much as what California's received, but it's been good. And that's what's really important to the takeaway here, is that it's been good, and hopefully you have February and March to get better.
But initially, I guess we were all kind of a little off with our geography, where Lake Mead is, and we were talking about Northern California, not really connected as a weather system directly connected to Lake Mead. It's really the overall snowfall of those states.
And yeah, the thought process of people, because they went straight to Lake Mead, oh, this is great for Lake Mead, right? And it's like, no, they're not connected.
Interesting. Good. Well, see, we learn something every day. That's what we love about you,
Love it,
Tom.
Anthony. Thank you.